as y'all can tell, I'm still in the house. And I bet you can't guess why. It's 20-something degrees. Why would I be in a hurry to go outside? So, just quick, like, I was asked yesterday, how come, what's the deal? I don't go on, like I'm supposed to. I'm not, and I get it. I guess we've done that this would have been the 5th year straight we were doing a morning devotion. And I'll just be honest, I got sick of it. And there was always 100, 150, 200. Other people viewed it throughout, during the day, you'd get more. And you don't do anything for numbers or for popularity. I don't do anything for popularity. But I also don't want to do anything that isn't producing a lot of fruit, as much fruit as you can produce. We're supposed to be pretty good at examining things and seeing. And it's 8:15. I have been reading my Bible and working on some studies since 6 o'clock. So for 2.5 hours, about 2.5, in front of the fireplace, enjoying my morning. Not in a hurry to get outside, not in a hurry to go do something, not governed by a time. I've had 2 phone calls and I've blocked them. I've ignored them because I'm not giving them that time. I'm spending time with the Word, the Lord. I'm enjoying my morning. I'm taking a deep breath. I'm figuring out what we're going to do today. And I'm telling y'all, this is what we all should do. I mean, I understand you got a job. You got to be on the job at a certain time. You don't want to be late. In fact, you want to be 10 or 15 minutes early. But every one of us needs to spend time, private time with the Lord and with ourselves. Just, and nobody, so nobody's requiring you not to. It's you, me saying, I can't. I got to get this. People are going to be wondering where I'm at. I mean, you know what that means? That means I think I'm too important. I mean, ain't that important? There ain't that many people miss me. Christy don't miss me. I could go missing for probably at least 3 days, and she'd be like, I wonder where that sucker's at. So just what I want to do, what I'm going to do is my mornings, I'm going to do however, I may be on here at 7, but it's because the Lord gave me something to share. It may be 3, it may be 2. I don't know, but it ain't that I don't think this is valuable and bearing fruit. I believe it is. I believe it's very usable. And I hope y'all do use it. I hope it grows. But I don't need to be punching a clock. I wanted to have time this morning. And sometimes I ain't got nothing to say. My wife don't believe that, but it's true. Sometimes I ain't got nothing to say. But I'm preaching this first series this year on Thrive. And if you've watched it, you understand where I'm at. But if you haven't watched it, you should go watch Barnum's Sunday morning service. Because I was trained to survive. And that was my measure of success. My measure of manhood was, are you surviving? And so looking back, I can see different times when I actually was in a condition where I could thrive, and I would take on more. I would take on more job, more hours, more, and I would have to survive it. Y'all follow me? So I'm like, man, having that mindset is not good. Now, there are seasons. Me and Jared Lee's been talking. He's my buddy from southern Mississippi. And there are seasons when we just have to survive. And what a quality, what a character. We're building a book, that young man's devotional. It's a young man's study guide. It's a study guide into manhood. Biblical men of God. And I just re-looked at chapters 1 and 2 And man, there's so much in there. There are seasons when you're suffering and struggling, you've got to survive. But why are you surviving? You're surviving because it produces something that produces something that produces something that is thriving. You don't just keep surviving. And when you go to, oh man, I'll survive. I mean, I just want us to understand. And this all came from 1 Peter, a text I got from Mr. Wiley the last Sunday morning of last year. And he says, humble yourselves, but therefore, 1 Peter 5:6, humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of God, so that at the proper time he might exalt you. That means thrive, to exalt, to elevate, to lift up. Casting all your anxieties on him because he cares for you. Now, I backed up and put in verse 5 and studied it and put 5, 6, and 7 together because I believe those three verses, 5, 6, and 7, are building blocks. They build on each other, and they build on each other to where you have the ability to, and the mindset to cast your anxieties on him because he cares for you. Why? Because you know he'll exalt you, because he has exalted you, because you remained humble, you remain in submission under his mighty hand. One of the things I'm learning to do, and I like doing, is when I read scriptures, I read them from 5 to 7, but then I go backwards and take them apart from 7 to 5, because then you see how you get to 7 is by tearing apart, backing up, just tearing it apart, chunk by chunk, connecting the dots is what I call it. So that's what we're going to do this year. We're going to thrive. And what we're going to do with Travelin Partners, I think it even says it on the television. You can check out Travelin Partners most mornings. It's not we're not on the job. We're trusting, following, leading. I will do better at different times. We're going to also get this figured out, how we link this thing to TikTok so that it's going on TikTok. I don't have to do something different for that. And we're just excited about 25. We're going to thrive as a church, as people, as in the Spirit of God is going to thrive in America in 25. The Spirit of God is going to thrive. We will increase. We will spread and advance God's kingdom in 2025. We're going to grow disciples. We're going to grow men. We're going to save marriages. We're going to thrive in 25. So we're going to do way more than just survive. So I hope you are looking forward to 25, and I hope you can adjust your morning routines to, if I'm on, great. If I'm not on, catch it when it's on. I don't know how none of that works. I honestly do not know how you go back and see any of this. So I hope you have a good day, and I hope you have a great 2025. I'll see you again maybe tomorrow. Maybe this afternoon. Who knows?